Hello, my name is Marta. Terechomicus, yes, that's right. So 1 hour ago, I was in the plane, so I will not be really in Gangnam style today, more in German style. So I apologize, I have the notes. I have also an extra brain. I hope it will help us. Olga.
Okay, and my name is Olga. We are design researchers from Senfino. Senfino is a small technology-oriented company from Poland, from Warsaw. And at the beginning, we will show you a really short animation. It shows you how we work with a client. Okay, so here we are, and let's start. We think that design process is never end. Each product and every service should be constantly developed. This development should be conscious and sustainable. In sustainable development, financial, environmental, and economical aspects are really important. The customer of the product are really important too. The needs, expectations, and experience should be taken into account when we are thinking about a sustainable strategy. Modern users are become more and more conscious, and they want to have an influence of the product that we offer to them. Business development strategies which are not taking into account user needs will not contribute to the sustainable product development. So how can we find and recognize needs and expectations of users? How can we adapt the product to their environment? And how can we activate in user positive attitude to the brand? Today we would like to tell you about design research methods, design research approach, especially about generative tools. Generative tools enable us to respond to the user needs and expectations. Using generative tools, we are able to give the users opportunity to express their emotion and ideas. This approach to qualitative research is different from traditional market research, which are based mostly on human declaration. The complex observation which we are collected during our research, we divided into measurable factors. Afterwards, we put them to the business, and with this, we contribute to the sustainable strategy. The base of the design research is to inspire and inform the design. But as a design researcher, we don't focus on trends. We try to discover the people who are the experts of their own experience. We believe that such people have a great experience, great ideas, and great observations. Try to imagine, for example, a fisherman. I don't know if any of you have ever been fishing, but fishing is a sport that requires to use a lot of a large number of small pieces of equipment. And this equipment you have to have always with you, and it has to be easily accessible. So the fisherman in this case play a role, the expert of his own experience. He definitely has his own ways and methods to pack their equipment, fishing equipment. Some of this method could be quite innovative. Some of this method could inspire us when we designing, for example, solution for furniture industry. When we are looking for solution for some, for example, for arrange stuff in a drawer. When we do design research, we are interested in discover that kind of data, unusual solutions that are designing by ordinary people in their own lives. We believe that every human is creative, and I think this is the base of design research approach. We realize that some people might find that this attitude is a little bit controversial. But as a designer, design researcher, we believe that everyone is creative, everyone has dreams, everyone feels the need to share their dreams, but they need to appropriate tools and incentives to do so. What we do in our project is to use the potential of creativity dormant in each person. In our project, we stop treating user like a research object, as a storage device with interesting data. On the contrary, we invite them to the co-creation session, and we reverse the role. In our research process, users play an important role, the role of the partner, which is an expert in a field of his own experience. We also change the role of the designer and the researcher. In designer research approach, the designer and the researcher are responsible to provide to the user such materials which could help them externalize their needs. These materials we call generative tools. Generative tools let us to help people express their feelings, help users express something which is hard to verbalize. People have some knowledge about themselves, of course, but this knowledge is stored at the different levels of consciousness. As we see on the slide, we have 4 levels of this knowledge. For researcher, the most accessible is level of the conscious knowledge, and we discover it using status and interviews and questionnaires. This allows us to discover what people think about our project or about our service. The next level of the knowledge is the observable knowledge, and we will discover it by using tools. They help us understand how people interact with our product or service. The hardest level to discover is latent knowledge. This is something that is hard to verbalize. This is something what people feel. This is the knowledge hidden in their dreams. We could discover it using make tools, and we call them generative tools. When designing technology, it's most valuable to discover this knowledge, the tacit knowledge, because these discoveries are related to user needs of the future. But if we really want to understand our users, we need to discover the knowledge from all of the levels. Only then we can understand the complex user needs and the context in which they occur. We have a really long list of generative tools. We could make, for example, collages, verbal collages, collages with some triggers like timelines or abstract shapes. We have diaries. We can make mock-ups with Lego blocks, with wooden blocks, with modeling clay. We can play a role. We can improvise. We can create a mini movies and much more. There is a lot of possibilities. Everything depends on the project, the time, and the designer imagination. But however, generative tools do not have to be something expensive. Sometimes a few pieces of paper, some sticks, scissors are more than enough. And today we would like to show you some case study. Case study, I hope, help you understand what generative tools really are and how can we use them in daily research work.
So, the first example. Our company has been working for a long time with the website, which allows users to order food. Our client wanted to get a better understanding of his consumers. He wanted to know their behavior, their motivation, their lifestyle, and their experience when they order food through the website. The company is called Pizza Portal. In this project, our research scope was the lifestyle of Pizza Portal's users with regard to food and eating, and the research focus was the user experience when using Pizza Portal. We carefully developed its good and bad sides and whatever associations they have with the website. Oh, good and bad sides of websites, sorry, DT. On the last day, we had a surprise for our participants. They received a coupon that they could use to order free food from Pizza Portal. Of course, it also involved a creative exercise. The participants were asked to describe step by step their experience to ordering their food. They described and marked with stickers the feelings which they have at each stage of the process. What they liked and what they would like